What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my June current household. I'm so excited for this because her life is a mess. Okay, you guys, her life is an absolute freaking mess. You're gonna see some things here in a minute, but let me explain. Okay, let me explain. First of all, her outfit looks wildin'. I wonder why. You guys see that over there? Yeah, so you're gonna see something in just a minute. We have a funky little household going on here. Let me just start off by introducing, I guess, Peyton Steed. If you guys don't know who she is the daughter of, it's her 1-year anniversary at work. Her coworkers threw her a party, but she's not even at work. She is the main character, you know, she's like the main girl. She's so freaking cute. I think her hair looks the same the last time you saw her, but I did get some new custom content, so I gave her a nose ring, and I gave her outfit a makeover. However, if you couldn't tell by this, she's currently pregnant. She's anxiously expecting. She actually just found out she's pregnant like a couple of hours ago, like sim hours. So I have a lot of explaining to do, like a lot of explaining to do. First of all, I'm going to show you the house, and for the most part, it looks pretty similar. The house basically came like this, except I added the pet stuff, I added this, added the baby stuff here, and then upstairs, I did rearrange her room a little bit. I figured out why you couldn't use literally anything in the house that was like from this line over, you couldn't use. That's because this was like dragged in all the way, so the ceiling was in our way. So I fixed that. I got this changed around. This is her little home office, the bathroom, and then this is new. You know, you guys are probably like, why is there so much baby stuff here? We don't have a baby in the household. Well, we used to. We did. We really used to. So how do I want to start this off? So basically, Peyton Steed, she is the second child of our previous heir to the Steed family. It was the Claus family for a really long time, but now they're the Steeds. I honestly don't remember what her parents' names were. Whoops, I'm so sorry. They had her pretty late in life, so by the time she was in her late teens, both her parents had actually passed away, so she finished out high school living with her older brother, which, don't look at that. This is her older brother, Maverick. We were in this town in the last month's update, so yes, her and her brother Maverick moved to a new town after she graduated high school. Maverick has since married his high school girlfriend, Kirsten, and a little backstory on them. Maverick and Kirsten were dating in high school. Maverick went off to university. He ended up cheating on Kirsten. He told Kirsten about it. She ended up forgiving him, and obviously all is well because they are now married, so super cute. Now, you probably saw something in Peyton's family tree that you were a little confused about. So let me just show you the basics of Peyton, okay? Her lifetime wish is to be a superstar actress, which means reaching level 10 in the film career, the acting branch. She's currently level 6. She's a TV actress. She really needs to work on her celebrity status because she's only level 1. And then she needs to work on her cast members. Her charisma is actually doing great. She's a level 7 charisma, level 5 cooking, level 2 handiness, level 3 logic, level 6 writing. I want her to eventually be a romance novelist, but you can't write romance novels until you're level 7 or 8. So she actually hasn't written a single book yet. I've just had her practice her writing skill. And then when she's able to, I'm going to have her be actress as her main job, but like her side job will be romance novelist, which I think is pretty cool. And then she is an Aquarius and a young adult with 9 days till she's an adult. And this is her first pregnancy, so she is having kids, not actually later in life, but compared to how I normally do it, she's having kids pretty late in life like her parents did. Excuse me. She likes country music, fruit parfait, and the color gray. She's a workaholic, a social butterfly, athletic, a light sleeper, and a snob. And yeah, she's not doing very good as a celebrity, but it's okay. It is what it is. So, and then also we have this little guy here named Menace. He is so freaking cute. He is actually an elder and could die at legitimately any second. He's non-destructive, aggressive, and adventurous and clueless, and then he learned to be playful and hyper. He does have a little bit of hunting skill, but like I didn't use him for hunting. I just used him because I wanted a dog. And Peyton has had him since he was a puppy. She was like a teenager, so she's had him for a really long time. And then we also have a new little puppy here. This little guy's name is Pork Chop. He's so cute, isn't he? His coloring, look at his coloring. So unique. I love this little line right here that literally divides him down the middle. He's super, super cute. So Pork Chop is a puppy with 2 days till he's an adult. He's non-destructive and friendly. And this is his little family tree. He has a father named Biscuit and a mother named Snaggles. And then he has Fisher and Lucy are his litter mates. So you're probably wondering, like, how did you get little Pork Chop? If you guys noticed on her family tree, Peyton is actually engaged to a guy named Paul Crawford. Now you can see here, Paul does not live with us. Sorry about that. I had a little coughing fit. Basically, let me go back all the way to the beginning. So if you guys have been following us for a while, you would know that Peyton had this guy. Her ex-boyfriend Cyrus, they were dating. There's this big long story about this guy named Ben and then this guy named Cyrus from when she was a teenager. If you're interested, go watch maybe like 2 or 3 months back of My Current Households and I'll explain that in more detail. But when they moved to this town, she did move with her boyfriend Cyrus, and it was kind of one of those relationships where she wasn't happy with him, but they had been together for so long, she didn't really know how to break it to him. So they were together for quite a while, and she was on, dating apps. She was cheating on him pretty consistently. She just really didn't like him in that way anymore, but liked him enough as a friend to not want to hurt him, but didn't like him in a romantic aspect. So she cheated on him quite a bit, and then she met this guy named Paul, who she's currently engaged to, Paul Crawford, and she kind of fell like head over heels for Paul. He was worthy enough for her to break up with Cyrus for. But the issue with Paul was Paul actually had a girlfriend, Miss Callan. I'll just say Callan. Miss Callan, whatever her last name is, her and Paul were dating, and we actually didn't know this at the time, but she was pregnant, obviously. But Peyton and Paul were kind of hooking up behind, Callan and Cyrus's back, and Peyton was like, hey, Paul, like, I really like you. I really want to be with you, but we both have relationships with other people. Like, I will leave Cyrus for you if you will leave Callan for me. And she's like, I know you guys live together, so, like, obviously you can move in with me and everything, so it's not awkward. Excuse me. So eventually they did that. Paul broke up with Callan and Peyton broke up with Cyrus, and they moved in together. But Paul said, hey, we have an issue. Callan is pregnant. And she's like, well, I really didn't want to have kids this young. She's like, I wanted to get really far in my career before I had kids, but, it's a stepkid kind of situation. Like, that's fine. I can deal with it. And then also Paul had a dog named Biscuit. So that's where Biscuit came from. Oh, I should change his last name because that's a little awkward that still has your boyfriend's last name or your fiance's last name. I mean, they're still together technically. She's got a little bit of a roller coaster going on. So Paul moved in. Things were really great. They had Biscuit, and then Biscuit ended up getting Snaggles pregnant. We did adopt Snaggles, but I just pretend that Snaggles was like the neighbor's dog. And the neighbor was like, hey, I don't want these puppies. Like, you're going to be responsible for them. So here, take them. So they got all 3 of the puppies. They got Fisher, Lucy, and Pork Chop. And when the puppies were born, Paul decided, he's like, hey, I really want to give Fisher to Callan. We still have a good relationship. We're really good co-parents. I want to give Fisher to Callan so that way Cortez, that's his son's name, he has a dog at each house. So Fisher went to Callan, and then Paul kept Lucy. And Peyton was like, well, I really want to keep Pork Chop, and Paul wanted to keep Lucy, so they decided to keep 2 of them. So they were going to have 4 dogs. 4 dogs total. So before Peyton and Crawford, right before not Crawford. I keep calling him, his name is Paul, but for whatever reason I call him Crawford. Peyton and Paul got in this really, really big fight where Peyton was kind of like, I don't know if we should be together. Like, this is just really bad. Like, I don't think we're meant to be. Like, this relationship is a mistake. But Paul had already bought the engagement ring. So Paul proposed, and very, very reluctantly, Peyton said yes. You know, she was on the verge of like, I think I need to break up with this guy. And he was like, we need to get married because that will fix all of our problems. That was kind of the position they were in. So Peyton said yes, and their big fight continued. And she got mad and she stormed out one night and she met this guy named Oliver, which Oliver is not currently here. I will show him in just a minute. But she met this guy named Oliver and they ended up like hooking up. Oliver actually knew her brother, Maverick. They lived together, Maverick and Oliver. Oliver moved into like Maverick and Kirsten's guest bedroom. So yeah, she ended up meeting Oliver. They hooked up, they had a one-night stand, and then Peyton felt horrible about it. So she came back, she tried to make things up with Paul. They ended up hooking up as well in the same night, if you guys see where I'm going with this. So obviously, because she is a celebrity, when she was cheating, it became public news. Paul found out about it. He got really upset with her, which is why their relationship is pretty much as negative as it. Oh, by the way, this is Ben from her high school years that I was telling you about. I like how a couple cousins still show up, but like nothing else. Anyways, that's why they hate each other so much, because Paul found out, you know, right after we got engaged, you went out and cheated on me. So when the news broke that Peyton and Oliver cheated with each other, Maverick obviously got really upset and he kicked Oliver out. And honestly, at this point, Oliver and Peyton were like just friends. They weren't even romantically involved, even though they had hooked up. If you do it through NROS, they don't become romantic while doing it. So even though they had hooked up, they were just friends. And Oliver was like, you know, I have nowhere to go. And Peyton said, well, Paul's already pissed at me. He's packing his shit and leaving. Like, you can come stay with me. So that's how Oliver came to move in. So this is Oliver. He is a firefighter. If you can't tell, he's currently working on his, what is that called? Fire truck. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I'm going to switch him to, that's not what I wanted. And now I'm going to get a stupid random opportunity outfit every day. Okay. I don't know where that $1,000 just came from, but whatever. So this is Oliver Morris. He is such a cutie. I tried to go for like kind of bad boy vibes. So he's got that like funky dyed hair. He's got naturally red hair, and then he dyed that little piece blonde. He's got his earrings, and then just some basic clothes. I would kind of label him as like a bad boy, but not trying, so he's not like all the way there kind of thing. So his lifetime wish is to have perfect mind, perfect body, which is mastering logic and athletic. He is a Libra and an adult with 26 days till he's an elder. He likes classical music, key lime pie, and the color lime. He is flirty, a night owl, genius, commitment issued, and athletic. And he's currently a level 1 in the firefighting career. I literally just made him and plopped him in this world. I didn't bother. And also, he's been around longer than a day. I just reset his aging because I mean, she still has 9 days till she's even an adult. So I don't want him to be, you know, like too far ahead of her age-wise. And then for skills, he's got level 2 athletic. He did actually work for both of those. So this is Oliver. So they were just kind of, you know, like being friends, basically. And then when Paul moved out, he came back to grab the last of his stuff. And him and Peyton kind of had a conversation where he's like, you know, we're not done, but I need to get a lot of space from you before I can figure out if I want to continue with this relationship, which is why they're both engaged, or they're still engaged. And then Peyton found out she was pregnant. So she told Paul that she was pregnant, and he was like, you know, obviously this is really bad timing, but I already have a son. You know, I love kids. I want a big family. I'm really excited to, you know, possibly like raise this child with you. And she goes, hold on. you might not be the father because I got pregnant the same night I slept with Oliver. And then I came home that morning and slept with you. So it could be like either of them could be the father. I know who the father is because I actually cheated. Let me see. So if you go to NROS Master Controller status and then hit relationship, I'm not going to click on it because I want you guys to be in suspense until the next month. But if you hit relationship, it'll tell you if you're pregnant, it'll tell you exactly how far along you are, who the father is, if it's a male or female, and then it will tell you the odds of it being multiples. So yeah, I know who the father is and I know the gender just because I wanted to double check that she was pregnant, so I did do that. So either of them could be the father. Oliver could be the father or Paul could be the father. Now, Peyton does not want to be with Paul anymore. She is really hoping that Oliver is the father because she's like, you know, I have this really good attraction to him. Like, I really want to be with him. They have since become romantically involved. I mean, he's been living in this house that has one bed in it. So obviously they're like sharing a bed and they've been woohooing and everything. So she's like, I really want Oliver to be the father, but at the same time, I don't know Oliver like I know Paul. You know, she lived with Paul for quite a few years. So she's like, I don't know Oliver that well, so maybe in like 6 months, things could go really downhill. So maybe it would be better if Paul was the father, but I would rather have a future with Oliver over Paul. So she's really torn right now. I am not going to do anything as far as moving their relationship forward if she becomes official with Oliver or if she breaks things up with Paul or if she continues things with Paul. I'm not really going to come to a decision until the baby's born, and then we'll say, you know, they'll both go to the hospital and she'll get a DNA test done and we'll kind of go from there. But yeah, I am super excited to see where her life is going to go. I think she is doing big things. I mean, she's really far in her career already. Especially if she didn't end up getting pregnant. I could see her being level 9 by the time she becomes an adult. Obviously, she's not going back to work for 7 more days. But yeah, I am really looking forward to seeing where her life goes. And I only plan on her to have 2 children, and they'll probably be pretty spaced out. I don't think she's going to have her second until the day she becomes an adult. So I guess only 7-day difference. But or she won't even try for a baby till the day she becomes an adult. So once you go through like pregnancy and everything, there'll be like a 9 to 10 day difference between the kids, which is a pretty decent age gap in The Sims. So I know this was a lot of talking and not a lot of showing. I just had a lot of background for Peyton's life. It's wild right now. She's going through a public disgrace. She has a fiance that she doesn't even live with. She has a friend with benefits that she does live with. She's pregnant and doesn't know who the daddy is. She's got a brand new puppy. And she's got her high school dog that's about to die. Like, she has a lot going on. Like, a lot going on right now. And she, of course, is a workaholic, so she really, really, really wants to work on her job. She needs to get her celebrity skill up. She needs to get in good with her cast members. I don't know why this guy doesn't like us. I'm not sure what we did, but we need to fix that. We really need to fix that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my June current household. Oh, and also, I forgot to explain this. The reason why there's baby stuff here already is because I was having Cortez, which is Paul's kid. I was having him come and spend, like, he would spend 2 days with us and then 3 days with his mom and then 2 days with us. I started doing that literally the day he was born. And they had like shared custody, but then of course when Paul moved out, Cortez no longer comes here. But now that Peyton's pregnant, she's like, I might as well keep the baby stuff. So, and again, this is not the outfit I gave her. This is just her maternity outfit. It will go back to normal when she's no longer pregnant. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Comment down below who you think the daddy is and what gender you think her baby is, because I'm really excited for her to have this baby, even though she literally just found out she's pregnant. I'm still really excited, and I will subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know if I said that or not. And I will see all of your lovely, lovely faces in my next one. Bye, guys.